live at the mercy of Mother Nature. In a world where disasters strike without warning and leave death and destruction in their wake. From the terrifying frenzy of a killer twister.
Oh my God! Tornado! Charlie!
And the explosive power of a volcano.
Our abilities are puny compared to that force of nature.
To the unbridled fury of a firestorm. And the awesome rage of a deadly avalanche.
At any point in time, in a heartbeat, everything can change.
No one is safe from the relentless and unforgiving forces that are unleashed when nature suddenly spins totally out of control. They are nature's most concentrated and intense form of atmospheric energy. Tornadoes. Their funnel clouds can pack winds in excess of 300 miles per hour and can range in size from as small as 150 feet to over a mile in width.
This thing is moving right at us. Oh, baby.
While some last for only a few minutes, others can wreak havoc for more than an hour.
They are extremely powerful. They can pick up a locomotive and blow it over. They can blow a car a mile. They can take a concrete building, a brick building, a building with steel girders, and they can flat level it. What you doing? Storm Road?
Oklahoma meteorologist Gary England has studied twisters for more than 30 years. His work, which has helped to develop state-of-the-art tornado warning and tracking systems, has also given him an intimate knowledge of how these powerful and deadly natural phenomena are born.
When a thunderstorm forms, occasionally we'll get what we call a mesocyclone. A mesocyclone is just a rotation, a low pressure area inside the thunderstorm. That rotation, if it intensifies, if the conditions are proper, sometimes that'll develop into a very large tornado.
But all tornadoes are not created equal.
There are different categories of tornadoes with respect to wind speed. F0, for example, pretty weak, about 40 to 75 miles an hour. And the F1's about 75 to 100 miles an hour. Most of them are in that category, about 65%. Only about 2% are what we call the F4, the F5. The F4 is roughly 200 to 250 miles an hour. The F5 is about 250 to 300. They're almost like humans. They have a lifespan. They're born and then they gradually mature and then they go away. And once they pass, you wonder if it was really ever there because there's nothing in the sky where it was. It's really a fascinating event.
On April 16th, 1998, a swarm of F3 and F4 tornadoes swept through central Tennessee. After destroying much of downtown Nashville, the fast-moving storm system headed north toward the town of Lebanon, where Regina Vaughn was at home with her two sons.
We were under tornado warnings, and about 3:45, they reported that Nashville had been hit.
Regina picked up her camcorder and began shooting the approaching storm.
The clouds in the front, they were really black clouds, and they were just kind of swirling and coming together.
Mom, let's go in the basement, Dad!
And I turned around and looked at him. I said, no, son, we're fine. And I looked back into the camera, and right then, the tornado just formed. So then I panicked.
Oh, my God. Zach, it's a tornado! Charlie!
I dropped the camera, but it hung on my shoulder, grabbed Zach, pushed him through the house.
Charlie! Where's my shoes? Where's my... No, hurry!
They raced to the cellar.
Get in there, son.
But despite the danger,
Get in there.
Regina found herself transfixed by the tornado and continued to record as it moved closer and closer to her home.
I have seen them from a distance, but I've never seen one up close like that, and I've never seen one form.
Mom, let's go!
It was almost like a finger coming down out of the sky.
Oh my God! Did you see that?
Regina finally took refuge in her basement. And within a few minutes, the tornado had passed, narrowly missing her home.
I'm very aware of how fortunate I am. And since that time, since I've seen a lot of the damage when we had gone into Nashville and we saw so much devastation, it really hit me what could have happened that day.
Regina and her family were indeed extremely lucky. However, that was not the case for many residents of southwest Kansas in the spring of 1991. Just before 6 p.m. on April 26th, an F5 tornado sets down just outside of Wichita.
Look at the stuff floating in the air, Ginger. Take cover.
As the giant twister heads south, it gains in strength and in size. At McConnell Air Force Base, it levels everything in its path, including a hospital and more than 100 homes. A few minutes later, another F5 touches down, just 6 miles away, alongside the Kansas Turnpike. A local news crew stops to record the awesome sight, then realize they are directly in the twister's path.
Let's get out of here. Throw us in the back. Let's go. Go, go, go. Shoot it. Better floor it. Shoot it. Lots faster, Greg. It's catching us. You gotta go, buddy.
Despite speeds in excess of 80 miles an hour, they are unable to outrun the deadly tornado.
Get up under here. Get up under the girders. Is that where we want to go? Yes.
They race to take cover beneath the freeway overpass, where a father and his 2 daughters have also sought refuge.
Keep rolling, Ted. It's coming at us. Okay. Hang on, you'll be fine. Hang on to the girders.
Moments later, the tornado passes directly over them.
It sounded like a freight train. It just passed right on top of us.
Then, as quickly as it came, the twister is gone. But left behind in its wake, dozens of injured motorists, their cars and trucks scattered about the turnpike like so many children's toys.
I chose the lesser of 2 evils, either jump out and run or ride it out. I rode it out.
In less than an hour, the tornado